Alright, chat, YouTube, it's Deck Tech time. This time for a little bit of blue-white energy. This is very similar to a build that Spike was playing earlier, but we took out some of the bad cards and replaced them with hopefully cards that are a little bit better. All the Riddler's still in the deck, so I'm not sure how true that is. We got 4 copies of Ephemerate to go with our Quantum Riddler and our Solitudes. 4 Goddess Souls for Ocelot Pride since we are an energy shell. 3 copies of Static Prisoner as a removal spell. 4 Phelia to go with our Riddler as well. Haliya, whenever a creature enters you gain 1 life, you gain 3 more life, then you draw a card at the end step. Witch Enchanter to go on our mana base, and then Mockingbird to copy Goddess Soul's Ocelot Pride, the Riddler to draw a card, Starfield Shepherd to warp, and then to pick up any of our 1-drops over here, or planes, and then Solitude to pitch as a free removal spell. Mana base wise, it's pretty stock blue-white. 4 Hallowed Fountains, bunch of white fetches, couple Meticulous Archive, a bunch of planes, and an island. And 3 Witch Enchanter as an MDFC. Sideboard wise, got a couple copies of Deafening Silence for Storm and any other combo deck, 4 copies of Consign for Eldrazi, a couple copies of Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hates and Clarion Conquerors to stop activated abilities of artifacts, enchantment, planeswalkers, a couple copies of Ashiok for Titan, and then Wrath of the Skies for the Energy Mirror. What's your current evaluation of how good Riddler is? I think it's unplayable. That seems pretty good. Yeah, that last deck was not functional in the slightest. Oh, good, Mill. What's up, Anya? How you doing? I play Riddler not because I want to, or because I think it's good. It's because I keep hearing, Dingo, Riddler's broken. You're wrong about this card. And I just want to be shown where I'm wrong about this card. Takes my static prisons. Grab a Hallowed Fountain. Think we flash in the dog, or I could play Haliya. It actually might be better. Nah, it can't be better. But Haliya and the Ocelot Pride is not too bad either. I get to draw a card off of it. $15 cards down. Ta-da! Maybe it's more Magic than having a functional deck. I enjoy Magic a lot more when my deck actually functions. I think it's Ocelot Pride, Warp the Riddler. Well, I'm probably dead. We gotta kill our opponent very quickly here. Too bad all of my cards draw cards. It exiled 15. And then they surgical all my static prisons. Crab. Odawara, I'm down to like 2 cards left. 4 cards. 4 cards in a dream. I don't really want to play you because I don't want to draw cards anymore. Solitude, Arid Mesa, Plains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. I think our opponent's dead. If the maths, they're dead. I didn't even have to play the Starfield Shepherd. Actually, I guess I did, right? I needed 1 energy. Alright, the math. I think all these cards are bad. Bring in 2 Ashioks and hit submit. Ashiok's pretty good against their field and their fetches. Although I didn't see a single fetch from them. I have to imagine it was just them getting unlucky, maybe. I think more than the Riddler looking good there, it was just resolving a Phelia and have it sticking around. Or having it stick around. Well, luckily for us, we can control when we cast Wrath Disguise. So if our opponent uses a bunch of removal on our stuff, we can just Wrath Disguise their board away. I think I'm supposed to Solitude this also. They don't have a lot of targets to Solitude, so I think whenever I can use the Solitude, I probably should. No, my cat. Guess I should fetch now. So that way I can't draw Archive Trap. My opponent didn't find black mana last game. They didn't see a single fetch, they only had blue. Well, I think we're gonna get to go Riddling. Unless they have another push. Or Drown in the Lock, I guess. Baleful Mastery. Rip. Alright, 3rd time's the charm. Or I guess 2nd time's the charm. This time, Phelia will stick around. I believe in you, Phelia. Phelia Dow. Alright, now I become the mill player. Alright, 3 fatal pushes down. That shocks most of the series, so they can't fetch. Plays a crab and passes. To prison the crab. Two mana draw 2. Divination time. My divination. Tasha's for 9 cards. I don't really have anything all that great in their exile. Another crab. My guide souls. If you love something, let it go. If it returns to you, it was another guide souls. Damnation. They're gonna get the crab back, but I think I had to hold it for as long as possible. Well, can't guess that one. Pass. We're doing a better job milling them than they are milling us. Alright, that statement is not true anymore. No, he's right, though. No, Ashiok. Their hand was like, oops, all removal. Still, gotta exile this crab, I think. Probably dead here. I'm at 4 cards. I don't know if I can kill them fast enough. I can Solitude the other crab. Oh, good. Vision Straw 3. Yeah, okay. It's a lot of removal. Let's bring in the rest in pieces since they have Drown and Lock. Let's get a few more cards in our deck also. Drown and Lock's kind of a problem because we gotta resolve Riddler. It's mostly just a kill spell against everything else, but resolving Riddler's pretty important. I don't think I want card disadvantage in my deck. Okay. I don't think we can keep this hand. Hand's pretty tough, too. We can try it. Whatever this is, I'm leaving it on top. Crab. Cat. Second cat. Maybe I'm just supposed to cast this Haliya. The bird cat. The bat. Could have also just Solitude this crab, and maybe that was a better use of Haliya. May you talk about Clarion Conqueror. What about it? Echoing Truth? Oh, man. Devastated. I think I'm supposed to pitch this rest in peace. What do you think about it? It's a good card. That's all I got. Very good against Eldrazi, very good against Broodscale, very good against your Saga decks, Emery, Tamio. I gotta stack this in a particular way. This one goes on the stack first, and then this one, and then that. I think I'm gonna pitch Phelia here. Oh, you know, I could have gained an extra life. That's okay. But I definitely should have gained an extra life. I want to keep this rest in peace, I think. Not that my life total really matters here. Alrighty. I got 2 cats and a dream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we get Kitty's Blessing here. So we get lots of cats. Many, multiple. Holy catamole. I mean, the ways I lose this game are Crypt Incursion and them having Drown in the Locks and Visions, whatever. I think turning off all those is pretty good. This looks like a villain deck. If this is a villain deck, then I'm a villain. But I couldn't imagine possibly calling anything with Quantum Riddler a villain deck. Okay, opponent. Do you got me? Black, colorless, colorless. I don't want to fetch, and I don't want to draw cards. Honestly, any deck playing Plains is probably a villain deck, in my opinion. Because Plains could mean energy, and energy is bad. I think they have Damnation in hand, and they just don't have double black. So we did see a Damnation when we went through their deck with Ashiok. No bad keeps today, no bad keeps, Pedro. I went on a lifelong mission way up into the woods and the mountains to reflect upon myself and my bad keeps. We've come back today a little bit more powerful than yesterday. Returns the thingy, plays the thingy. Wait, holy crap, they have Toxic Deluge? This is a Toxic Deluge. They left me with a God of Souls. I win? She. I don't know why they didn't X do it. Osage Grazer. Alright, it's Amulet. Amuletos. So far, in my not so expert opinion, all the Edge of Eternity cards feel real bad. That's a lot of Saga. That's a lot of Saga, that's a lot of Amulet. Oh, good God. Think they have a payoff? I don't even think it's worth static prisoning one of these because they're gonna get 2 more anyways. Best money I've spent on that thing in a while. Hmm. Which one do you have, Raven? The Aeron was a lifesaver for me. Good to know, good to know. Couple copies of Consign I think is fine. Maybe Haliya out and Static Prison. I don't really like Static Prison against Titan. They have like 3, 4 Besagers. How many Consigns do I want? I guess it's the question. Everything else here seems not that great. Just like Riddler, Consultant, Emissary. Yeah, I don't think any of them go in top tier decks. It seems like they're all aggressively mid. I think Rip is also too easily disruptible. I know, Grooven. But luckily, it's still a few months out, so. Or a couple months out, anyways. We got time. Yeah, the playable cards are the Stellar Sights. Witch Enchanter. It's kind of awkward. think I have to play the Meticulous Archive here. Leave Guide on top. Yeah, there's one like 20 minutes away from me that I'm probably gonna go visit this week. Splunk. Rumbies. Not Splunk. Maybe I should have just held up Consign on turn 1 here. Might have been better. Either way, I think I'm tapping out for Ashiok. Defense grid. That's certainly interesting. Opponent's scared of the Consign. I think I'm supposed to play the Phelia also. Oh, you know what? I should have flashed in Phelia in main phase because I would have made 2 tokens. I guess that plays poorly into a sweeper, though. They do have a sweeper. Sacks the Saga and the Vestige plays a prime time. The Mockingbird's in Italian. Is that lethal? Three, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hmm. Fly, fly. Like the Starfield Shepherd, I think. Fly here. Fly here. I think I'm supposed to get a Mockingbird. Let's stack these like that, then this. It doesn't really matter though. Okay. Defense grid, huh? I don't know about the defense grid tech. In this matchup, anyways, because I really have nothing at instant speed aside from Solitude and Consign. I think we just run it back. Ashiok's pretty powerful in the matchup. Static Prison just gets Besage'd. Besage's not good against this deck unless you're playing Static Prison. And Titan runs like 3 to 4 Besages. Also, you don't even, sometimes you don't get an opportunity to even use the Static Prison. They just kill you in 1 turn. They like play a Saga, go get an Amulet, play Titan, kill you. Or Scape Shift, kill you. Static Prison's quite bad against Titan. Razor. Alright, let's have a Consign, I think. Echoing Deep's Hammer, Battlements, Amulet, Urza Saga. I don't really understand playing Rumble and Amulet. I feel like you're gonna mill so many utility lands that you're gonna need by accident. Hmm. Should I leave up Consign and play the guide, chat? What do you think? I think we leave up the Consign, maybe. And they don't have any lands in their hand. Man, this is really tough. I feel like I need to start applying pressure. But I don't know if I want to tap out of Consign to Memory. What's the play, chat? What are we thinking? I think it's this. Pass. Andy's theme. They're the main character. Pair O defense grid. Alright, I guess we're tapping out. Okay, what's the best way we can tap out here? I guess it's Guide, Riddler, Ephemerate. Opponent passes back. So many Riddlers. I feel like I should leave up Solitude, which requires me to have 3 mana because of the defense grid. I could play Haliya and try to spike another white card. But I don't know if that's worth it either. I think if I had less Riddlers in my hand, this turn would go better. Our opponent just doesn't have double green. Three, 7. Did you draw the green source? Nope. No, they did not. I don't know what I'm supposed to like Riddler Birthing Ritual into. Sounds so awkward. No, you can't warp repeatedly. You can only warp from your hand. So you can warp once and that's it. Riddler into Riddler. Oh, now we're talking. Sad that we need a land here. Well, we get to do the thing next turn. Well, maybe I should have Solitude that in response, huh? I yielded and they played a Vexing Bubble. Brutal. Alright, here's my 4-6. You cannot possibly beat my 4/6 flyer that has drawn me not one, but 2 cards. GG, shake my hand. We have the most powerful draw engine in the format. You cannot win. Please concede. Oh no, my most powerful draw engine in the format. Oh good god. Don't worry, for we have another most powerful draw engine in the format. Look at us. 6 cards in hand still. And they only have 4. We're miles ahead right now. They can never win. Not in a million years. Silly little blade. You're no match for my Sphinx. Okay, my best card draw in the format has been defeated. 1,000,000 years has passed. I don't know if we're even be playing Ashiok in this matchup. Get off my screen, Shepherd. I don't even want to play Haliya at all. Play like one Shepherd, maybe. Yeah, I don't understand. We resolved the best card in Modern twice in a row, and we still lost. That doesn't seem too bad. I missed the F6 button twice. Dexterity check failed. Just gonna hit the 6 key instead. Can't handle this. And I sent the Hallowed Fountain to the Shadow Realm also. Is Zenith Modern playable? You certainly can register it in energy. Should ya? Well, that's a different story. You got a ballista. Alright, most powerful draw engine is back. And warpier than ever. More dog. Let me kill Ocelot Pride, I'm sure. Draw Witch Enchanter. Now my most powerful draw engine. Goes Lex Command. Why is my mana base so bad? Alright, I consign a memory with your name on it. It says, for respect the dog. I'm gonna blink this with Phelia so that we get an extra counter on our Phelia. No doubt in my mind, Mike. I'm 100% gonna consign this Ghostlex command. Sure. I guess that's the emergency failsafe if they have a sweeper. It's starting to look like a living hand. I can't believe our living hand opponent just had 3 Clarion Conquerors and lands and they kept that hand. They murdered me with it. That was kind of wild. Okay. Um. 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 Let's just do that again, right? Man, this hand's tough. I'd rather keep this hand with the 1 lander than the 7. Cracks the Vexing Bubble already. That's kind of crazy. Why does a 3-card combo like Brood Scale work better than a 2-card combo like Breach Emrakul? Well, Brood Scale's not really a 3-card combo, it's a 2-card combo. One of which you can find off of Urza Saga, which is huge. And, well, the total CMC of Brood Scale is like 4 mana compared to Breach Emrakul, which is 5. And both of the pieces, the Blade and the Brood Scale, are just fine on their own. Vexing Bubble's good against Solitude. Also good against Rebound Ephemerate. They must have the kill. Yeah, you can also just consign Emrakul Annihilator. Take the 15, and then the opponent usually can't close the game after that. That's one of those matchups where if you just stay above 15 life, your opponent just can't win. Assuming you can consign the Emrakul trigger or whatever. I wonder if they're going to equip the Blade here. More consistent, less mana, higher card quality. Because the backup plan of Through the Breach is do nothing and die. The backup plan for Brood Scale is to play an Emrakul and play Kozilek's Command and play Rumble and play all these good cards, right? I think I'm dead. They have a payoff, I'm dead. I will see if they have a payoff. Alright, they said they just have an all this dust and that's it. I can't really beat this though. So we'll scoop. Alright, we'll give it a go. Yeah, Clarion Conqueror is a great card in the current meta. With all the affinity running around and the Brood Scale, just get the double dip in both of those matchups. Stony on a stick. Got the dog on talk. On top. On talk. Got a dog on the phone. Cat dog. Why do I get Phantom? No, my dog. I'm gonna first strike down my homie. Riddle me this, opponent. Do you lose? Or do you have subtlety? You have subtlety. I'd like to put this on top. Four cards to 4 cards. We gotta pass. I don't really want to blink this White Orchid Phantom for them because they could hit my land and then make me shuffle. Well, not make me shuffle, I guess, but I would want to shuffle and go get another Plains, so don't really want to blink it for 2 damage. I also don't think we're in a bad spot here. As long as we get to keep this Riddler on top. Warp it, attack with the Phelia, blink it, Ephemerate, blink it, whatever. You get the gist. Ephemerate's the White Orchid Phantom. Targeting my Meticulous Archive. I'm gonna select no. I would really like to draw this Riddler. I'll get Stone Rain for Riddler. Hashtag Stone for Riddler. Alright. Come on down, buddy. 1 card, please. I don't know if that's a hashtag I can get behind. Yeah, we go Splinter Twin and do another Splinter Twin. Stack's kind of great. Oh, more Splinter Twin. Alright, we're gonna attack here first. Basic Island makes me kind of sad here, yeah. Guide of Souls. Ocelot Pride. I think I want to leave up Ephemerate instead of warping the Haliya. No, my Ocelot Pride. Or now maybe I just don't care. Just play second Guide of Souls. But I was gonna leave up Ephemerate in case they had like Solitude Ephemerate themselves. But going Haliya into Ocelot Pride should be pretty powerful next turn. It's gonna give me a lot of life back and hopefully it let me stabilize here. I could have Wrath Disguise. Starfield Vocalist. White Orchid Phantom. My lands. Oh, good God, my lands. It's in Italian, and I'm not sure why. But I do know it's in Italian. Yeah, we didn't have a choice. We have to shuffle our Pride here. Our Pride and Joy must be shuffled. Do I want a White Orchid Phantom of my own? Not really. Just gonna take another Guide of Souls here. Valore. Let's draw 2, I think. Sure. Yeah, we're gonna triple jump this Guide of Souls. This song's amazing. What was the song? Fantasy Star Online? Or was that... Oh, that was this song. What was the last song? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Jungles of Gongaga. Great name. Did I draw 2 from this? Or why did I draw 2 from Haliya? I'm actually confused. Oh, the Riddler. Oh, it works with any draw spell. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that checks out. I see what you're saying now, chat. Nah, I still think the Riddler's shit. That didn't change. But I did not know that Riddler was any card draw. It never comes up because I never have 1 or 2 cards in my hand. I always have 2. I never have 1 or less. Yeah, I always go with Frog because you can discard your hand out of 1. Um, hmm. What an awkward hand. I'm gonna keep it. The Vestige is a pretty good card with Birthing Ritual as well. I was thinking about brewing some sort of Vestige Birthing Ritual list, but I don't know. Could turn into a 7-drop and get like a Droxa. Yeah, Haliya and Ocelot Pride should be pretty sweet here. I'm really surprised that our opponent's playing the Starfield Vocalist. No. I loved you, Gaddis Souls. I think we just warp this. Warp this, and then grab another Gaddis Souls. Not quite Riddlin time. Gotta start drawing some cards off of Haliya first. Go Guide. Haliya Pride. It's Riddlin time. Oh, it is Riddlin time. Ha, no Ephemerate. What is this, amateur hour? Guide. Haliya. Ocelot Pride. Runaway Haliya. Defend yourself from the wrath of the skies. I'm pretty sure they have wrath of the skies in their hand. Oh, I do, Joel. I do. But it's a stream for the people. Opponent never has it. It doesn't seem that way, huh? Opponent does not have it. Just a stream for the people playing Grixis. I started the stream with Grixis. Checkmate, Don. Yeah, the song goes kind of crazy. Scam 24/7, no matter what anyone said. Simpler days, honestly. Draw 1 card. The white energy shell is pretty sweet. Swell is pretty sweet. Huh. Think we go this. This? Thought that was a pre-stream league? Oh yeah, you're right, it is pre-stream league. Might be. And then this. Do we Ephemerate too? Hmm. Let's nah. Well, yeah, right. I don't know if this is correct because they could Solitude me now. Hmm. Rizzler down. I still go Gari Brood Scale of Factor Meals. Glad you enjoy the Factor Meals. Like I said, they're good. The only issue is that they're a little bit pricey for the portion size, but they're good. I got no qualms with the Factor Meals. Oh god. 5 mana, 4/6 draw 2. Shaking in my boots. Got a couple of interesting lines here. I could go Haliya, or I could go Guide of Souls Haliya. Or I could just Solitude this. I think I'm just gonna Solitude it. I have so much value in the Warp Zone that I feel like as long as I don't get outvalued by their Quantum Riddler, I'm probably okay. Nah, this is the Warp Zone. It's not the Exile, this is the Warp Zone. Look at all my constellation borders. Ah, Scheisse, another Riddler. Bolt Drifter Part 2. It's like the Lost Zone from Pokemon, you know? Yo, they have Sacred Foundry? That's gotta be for Wear Tear, right? Here we go, the Shepherd. I agree, Shepherd into Cat, probably. Could have also grabbed a Mockingbird and then tried to, like, Mockingbird my Solitude, or Mockingbird the Quantum Riddler. Holy schmoly. I think I want to pump this. It's gonna bounce off the Quantum Riddler. The son of a Shepherd, Ed boy. The son of a Starfield Shepherd. I did grow up watching Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Old just like you. We got a couple of Hyliyas in the tank also. This would be bad for me if they have Wrath Disguise, but if they don't have Wrath Disguise, I think we're chilling. Even if they do have Wrath Disguise, maybe it's not so bad. Holy schmoly, 2 Riddler. Control Freak! Thank you for the raid! Oh my god, excuse me. I appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful stream. You came in at a weird time. Just two folks 3 feet apart throwing riddles at each other. Yeah, pour one out for all the blue counterspell decks that have to deal with this card. Hey, but linear strategies eating good. If I double pump this, it's gonna get +4/+4, so it's gonna be a 9/10. If I double pump Solitude, it'll be a 7/6. Probably not good enough. I'm gonna double pump this guy to souls. Frog's a linear strategy, right, chat? Right? Somebody say I'm right. You could play Gorios. Just saying. Double pumping the guy that doesn't die to Wrath. My entire board will die to Wrath at this point. Mockingbird. I'll go back up to 30 life. How does that sound? I'm gonna copy the Riddler. If I can. We're gonna go back up to like 6 cards in hand here. Chat, I'm scared. Don't worry. I am too. Just mill him. Where's my space-time anomaly? Mill you for 30. That's what this deck should have been playing. Space-time anomaly for the grindy matchups. Oh, good God. My board. Ephemerate. I could make a Solitude, or I could draw 2 cards. Hmm. Alright, one more card for me. Hey, it was God Pride Riddler. Those are some good cards. Phelia. Yeah, opponent, I feel ya. Glasspool Mimic, the Glasspool Mimic. Oh, they're... Wait, could they target my stuff? A copy of a creature you control. I don't really understand how this card works. So if you copy a Riddler, it's now... And then you copy of the Riddler, it's still a Riddler? It's been too long since I played with Phantasmal Image. I'm gonna blink my Mockingbird. My Mockingbird. It's a lot of riddling. Guide. Haliya. Nobody's making headway. I'm up 10 minutes on clock, so I think I'm chilling. We're up a game, we're up 10 minutes on clock, we're living our best life. Dang. I guess I'll draw a Haliya. Is there a one-sided torpor? But Elish Norn. Cat. I do not have an Elish Norn. Could play Elish Norn Birthing Ritual with the Riddler. I'm honestly surprised that it's turn 10 and we both still have like 30 cards left in our library. I feel like we've been going through so many resources and drawing so many cards each turn. I do an overvoltage. Good afternoon. I don't really understand what's what's happening in this game. Ouch. Yeah, this one game is longer than the entire Grixis League. Haliya. Starfield Shepherd. I think I'm gonna crash the game. Chat one sub and I crash the game. Hmm. Bolt Snapple. Thanks for gifting a sub to Googly Moogly. Alright, well, let's try to crash the game. Game go boom? Okay, so we gotta warp this one last, then that one, then these. Trigger. I actually don't think this is gonna crash the game quite yet. Triggers. Hi, my friend Ozzy51 sent me here to ask if you'd play Milan's Rude Things. I'll take it as a dono deck. I didn't crash the game, I'm so sad. We'll try again next turn. Oh shit, chat, I F6 through my turn in Twitch chat. Look at all the hoops they have to jump through to mimic a fraction of our power. No. My cats. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna make all these cats again. Should we warp the Haliya? Let's warp the Haliya. It was very rude of you to get rid of my cats. I'm going to start making more cats. No, my cat. Why do you have so much hate in your heart? Alright. This deck is just cat dog. I guess I'll go down to 42 life. I might deck out. Low key. 24 to 41. Attack with the Tude. Time them out. Why would I want to time them out? That's not my goal. I'm not here to time my opponent out. I'm here to draw cards. One card, please. Dog. It's game 2. I believe in our opponent. We're going to deck out this game, and then they're going to beat me in a minute and a half, game 3. Opponent targeted the wrong one. Ever heard of Lantern Control? It's a pretty cool deck. I heard a word around the block that Mr. Demonic Tutors played that in a challenge today. Like I had. Sporific Springs. Is this Belcher? You got Unlucky versus Energy. Is that what we're calling it now? Unlucky? Ah. Living it. Check the bottom. I'd rather make Lantern content than watch Lantern content, TBH. And you don't see me making Lantern content right now, so that's about where I'm at. The dog. My dog. I'll put the dog on top. Sure. I'm pretty sure my board's gonna get wiped here. So I'm just gonna attack with Guided Souls and pass. See if they want to cast the mythical, the magical, the fabled, living end. Mistraz Village, huh? So if I pitch the Solitude, and I Solitude my Guided Souls, I get to gain a life, and then it comes back, and I get to hit a Curator of Mysteries if they don't have an Endurance. They do have Endurance, it's fine. A lot of Street Wraith. Put Shardless Agent back on top. We're in danger. Take all this damage and go to 4. They have another Subtlety. If they don't have another Subtlety. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I had to copy this pre-combat, right? Oops. Okay, what does that change? Yeah, I made a mistake. What does this change? So now, because I messed up, I'm gonna attack with the Solitude. Gain 3, go back up to 7, and then just make a copy of Solitude. Not attack with the Phelia? Yeah, I guess so. think I have to make a copy of this. Maybe I should have made a copy of this instead. Should probably float a single blue, huh? Yeah, I made a little bit of an oopsie here. Made an oopsie. Am I living end again? I get back Subtlety Generous Hint. I get back a Mockingbird. Okay. I don't think it mattered. In hindsight. Obviously, you should have done the correct play, but you know. Your streamer's kind of a moron. Static Prison out. I think I want these. The correct play was use Mockingbird to copy the Solitude, attack with the Phelia, blink the original Solitude. Because once I attack with the Phelia, target my original Solitude, I can't use Mockingbird to copy it anymore because it doesn't come back until end step. I think a couple of Starfield Shepherds can go. Maybe a couple of Ephemerates. One Rizzler. Yeah, I guess Mockingbird's not that good in the matchup either. Could do some trimming on Mockingbird. I think the Mockingbird's good in this deck in general, just not in this matchup. Probably they're not Force Negation. If they don't have Force Negation, it might be really tough for them to deal with this. Have you ever considered narrating an audiobook? I want to. That's something I've actively been somewhat pursuing. I've been like trying to look into doing some voice acting stuff and potentially audiobook stuff. It's like my side quest. Bonk. No answer to rest in peace. Pause champ. They have FOV. Don't say that. Don't say that. Read Dune on stream. Screw this MTG stuff. Absolutely, Bolt. I got you. I think they have Beseju. How much do I want to commit to the board without overcommitting to the board? Do you prefer old border cards? Yeah. I like the retro frames quite a bit. Okay, yeah, not if it's like some weird shit Bolt. So if I put a bunch of cards on the table, even if they don't have Beseju here, then they can still wipe my board with the living end. So I don't want to deploy my entire hand out. I think I just deploy Ocelot Pride. And then I get Beseju'd. The Riddler is my new favorite modern playable card in all of existence. I love Quantum Riddler. Everybody should go play Quantum Riddler today. Alright, Graveyard the Solitude. It's a pretty good thing, the Graveyard. This is legal financial advice. Play Quantum Riddler. Or play yourself. Yeah, so nonfiction. I was just about to say that too, Raven. Damn it, you stole my joke. I thought you said it was going to be a fictional story, Bolt. Man, we're down in a good spot, huh? Still not really able to commit more to the board because of potential sweeper. No Jeskai trial. Day 4 of no Jeskai trial. It's time for the living end. It is time for the living end. Think they have Consign? They can't have Consign. Mystical Dispute? Oh, they have Mystical Dispute. Let's get rid of the Waker. I think we go Guide Mockingbird. Play around Mystical Dispute, and then we can play Rest in Peace. I'm out of Surveils, I only have 2. Pretty sure I fetched them both. I think it's fine to cast here. I don't think I'm attacking with the Solitude, though. Not super interested in trading Solitude for Curator at this point. I don't know, maybe casting Rest in Peace actually doesn't favor me here. Haliya. Well, we'll warp the Haliya. Do a subtlety check. Dost thou haveth subtlety? Yep. The Haliya on top. It's pretty good here. We're going to take some damage as well. It gains 3, makes 2 energy, draws a card. Now I get to attack with Solitude, maybe. I don't even know if I can attack with Solitude if they leave these 2 back to block. But there's card advantage in the very least. Swings team. Must be casting another Living End. Living End part 2, Return of the Living End. Third subtlety. Could be. I feel like if they have third subtlety, then they're getting attacked by Solitude. It's probably not that good for them. Missing Soul Herder. I'm pretty sure they have another Ardent Plea effect. Is Edge more impactful in Final Fantasy? I don't know. Probably. Final Fantasy gave us Sephiroth, Cecil, a few good cards from Modern. Yeah, I'd probably end up in the same spot. Did we give up on Grixis? Control, not Shadow. We were never on Grixis to begin with, in a sense. What do we have Ode War here? Is that what you play in a Modern 20k tomorrow? It's a great question. I recommend Stock Energy. 7/6 Solitude, not so bad. Bounces my Rest in Peace. Cycles the Curator. You play Grixis Shadow with Cecil? I do have that deck in paper. I could play that. Obviously, I don't think the deck's good, but it's funny. It's funny and it's not bad in the combo meta. But the deck is just kind of underpowered compared to what everybody else is doing over here. So I got to bring back Street Rate Generous and Yeah, Bowmaster is a very good answer to. Well, it's not an answer, but it's a very good card against the Riddler. Let's say draw a card on it. Goodbye, tree. What a weird game. It's actually turning into a pretty interesting game. Tree had it coming. Take 5. Guide O Souls. Haliya. No, my Haliya. I don't think it's beneficial for me to cast Rest in Peace anymore. I think Rest in Peace is gonna hurt me more than help me. You have like Curator, Subtlety, Street Wraith, but I'm getting back Solitude, Haliya, Guide of Souls. God of Living Ends, are they? 1, 2, 3. I don't know if they're on 3 or 4 anymore. Tree. Goodbye, tree. I don't know how we won that game. I don't feel like I did anything. I guess Deafening Silence isn't even good. Deafening Silence is good against Ardent Plea, but it's not good against... What's his face? I think we just submit. Yeah, let's just submit. Yeah, not good against Shardless Agent. Guide O Souls. Is Ephemerate better than Mockingbird? Sometimes. Ephemerate's not very good in the face of Living In most of the time. But it is good if you do have a Solitude in the graveyard. No fun. This fucking dingo guy. This fucking foundation breaker. They missed on land drops. Should we just gamble hard as fuck? If I die, I die. There was nothing we could have done. There's nothing we could have done. This was unavoidable. Damn. Yeah, luckily for me, they only got back like 4 power. Right on time, Consign a memory. Thought I was scamming Solitude. Why would I scam Solitude into an empty board? Evoking it into the living end might have been fine. I also don't think I need to do that either. No, my dog. I think I just play Pride and Pass. I don't think I really want to pitch that to Solitude and be even more behind on resources quite yet. So if I draw a land, I can just cast the Solitude also. I'm pretty sure they have Subtlety in their hand. So let's just make them spend the Subtlety. I'm not going to attack with the Ocelot Pride. Because if they have endurance or if they have subtlety, I get blown out. So I think we just have to pass here. I do need to draw a white card though. Everything at Ashiok. Ashiok's dead. Nah, I kind of figured that they had endurance, so milling myself doesn't really do much. Curator of Mysteries. Warp this, homie. What do I want to pitch? I guess I have to get Guide of Souls to pitch. We're not too far behind. Another living end? Nope. Feels like they have endurance. Yeah. More cat. Oh, it's got a lot of endurance over there. Meadow. Well, I can't really attack. I guess I could attack and do endurance and then gain some life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't really have enough creatures to justify that though. Or enough permanents because I can't get Kitty's Blessing. Maybe if I was able to get Kitty's Blessing, I'd do it. Yeah, Mono White Martyr is probably one of my least favorite decks of all time. This deck is just the derpiest. Doesn't do anything, and all it tried to do back when it was a modern fringe meta deck was just abuse the One Ring. Tree. No, no Martyr variants. Martyr variants are evil. Mm. Sadly, I think I have to blink the Solitude and say goodbye to the dog. You'll be remembered, dog. A hero. Dog for tree. Tree for dog. It's an FOV. Haliya. Oh, Drew, rest in peace. The league that never ends. Haliya Part 2. I guess I'll put it in the graveyard. It's pretty good in case they live again. Alright, I think I was wrong about this Haliya card. This Haliya card seems pretty good. This might be the best card out of Edge of Eternities, specifically for energy. Yeah, it's been a lot of endurance. Yeah, it's not too bad, right? Well, Grass's team, Cosmogard Zenith. And I'm not sure Cosmogard Zenith is where you want to be, but Hylia is good. Should we get more cats or Guided Souls? I like Guided Souls. Gain some more life here. How many living ends are gone? Press the enemy. Living end. One. Like one. Goodbye, Solitude. Hello, 4 power. Yeah, I used all my warp cards. It's probably a mistake. Right on time, consign to memory. Unclear if this game's gonna end. Pretty alright with them trading Dog for Foundation Breaker. Same target, same target. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna block your Shardless Agent. Boo food. Oh shit, a tree's coming. Oh, Shisa 7/7. Save me, Ocelot Pride. Can I copy this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could. Do I want a Waker of Waves? I feel like I should just take another Ocelot Pride and be on my merry way. Ow. Guided Souls. Oh no, incoming subtlety. No. Guided Souls. Okay. Uh, this one last, and then it doesn't matter for the rest of these. Oh my god, I'm gonna crash the game. Stack abilities automatically is already yielded. Quitch Enchanter. I said I was wrong about Haliya. I don't know about the Cosmic Guard Zenith, but Hylia's really good. Oh god, it's the game that never ends. It's the game that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Opponents had 3. Alright, we won. Woo. Yay. We lost to Brood Scale, right? Hey, not too shabby. Pat the Believers. Turn 20 kill. So, that league took about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!